Before this video begins, I just want to say I don't know how to pronounce dinosaur names, and I don't know how to pronounce Japanese G1 names. Thank you. Legacy Evolution is giving us some really cool figures. When Legacy kicked off, everyone was talking about Core Class. It was reintroducing the Pretenders. So far, only Iguanus and Bombburst in Core Class. They're both fantastic figures. I highly recommend them if you don't have them. But to keep Core Class fresh and interesting, Hasbro's decided to give us our very first Core Class combiner. This combiner is Volcanicus, the combined form of all the Dinobots. But there's more to this combiner than meets the eye. In Power of the Primes, Volcanicus was depicted as having Grimlock be the torso. I think the weird monster Dinobot combiner from an old comic had Grimlock as a torso too, but that looks weird and I don't want to talk about that, so we're going to just glance over all that. This new combiner is using Sludge and Snarl to make the torso, instead of the leader of the Dinobots. Having two Dinobots make up the torso means the torso will be more stable and better proportioned, so I'm happy about a sixth member being added to the roster. But who could this sixth member be? Paddles? I wish. He's my favorite B-tier Dinobot. If you can say B-tier, I don't know. Could it be Grimstone? A callback to Power Core Combiners? Grimstone even has an Ankylosaurus drone. We have Scorn, Scar, Slash. She was a part of Power of the Primes. Strafe? Probably not Strafe, because the combiner's based on G1, and Strafe is a Technobot. Or the sixth member could just be a recolored Toy Swoop, which would be really, really lame, and I hope they don't do that. The sixth member of the Dinobots is going to be Scar, who was from an IDW comic book years ago, and he turns into an Ankylosaurus, a lot like another combiner, Dinoking. Dinoking was introduced in Transformers Victory and is made up of the Dino Force, a team of 6 dinosaur Decepticons. You see the similarities? Dinoking had a torso made up of 2 members and had spikes on his chest, kind of similar to the new Volcanicus. Dinoking's G1 toy was pretty small, making Core Class a good fit, even though in the show he was like the size of a full-size combiner. Dinoking's members even matched these new Dinobots perfectly. Dinoking was remolded into another combiner, Monstructor. Monstructor has a more vibrant colors and is made up of monsters instead of Dinobots. Shocking, I know. Monstructor's core figures were repaints of Dinoking, so a repainted Dinoking would work as a Monstructor. The main difference between the two was the Pretender shells. Dinoking's members had the dinosaur shells, Monstructor's members had monster shells. Pretty easy to follow so far. But with the recently released Pretenders, it doesn't look like Hasbro plans on releasing shells for any Pretenders anytime soon. Even if they don't have the shells, I'm totally okay with that. I would just want to see modern versions of these two combiners get made. I think that would be so cool. We just saw Metalhawk, and I love him. Even though I was betting that Metalhawk was going to be a retool of Jaxus instead of Cyclonus, because I thought the Cyclonus mold would be a bit too chunky for Metalhawk, but it worked perfectly. I really like it. But how would they release a Dinoking / Monstructor? They could release Dinoking as a set, but Hasbro doesn't like to release combiners as sets, so they could do just more waves of Legacy and release them that way. Or it could be a Generation Selects, or it could be a Walmart exclusive. I don't know if we would get both. I think Dinoking for sure. Monstructor, I'm not sure if we would get. Or I could be wrong, and they could re-release Core Class Dinobots as just the G2 colors, which would be cool, but I would be disappointed because I really want to see a Dinoking. So I'm happy with all the Japanese G1 releases recently. With Star Saber, Deathsaurus, Minerva, Skullgrin, Metalhawk now, everything we're getting, I'm so happy. Please keep the Japanese G1 coming. I love that we're getting it finally. So do you think Core Class Dinobots will be retooled into Dinoking? And would you be happy with a Core Class Dinoking, or do you want a larger scale Dinoking? It's kind of like the Galaxy Shuttle situation. You want a bigger version, or are you happy that we're just getting one in general? And just as a little bit more proof that I think Dinoking is on the way, look at Grimlock. Grimlock looks like the leader of the Dino Force. I mean, like, look at the legs and the proportions. Let me know in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys next time, and bye.